I want to go outside. It is honestly such a nice day today and I'm inside painting my face. Okay guys, so obviously as you can see I have just went off camera and done this eye, so I'm now just going to go and do this eye. I'm actually okay with how it's turned out so far, but I haven't finished on the lid. I'm honestly not too sure what I'm going to do, so that's why I'm going to do this eye now on camera and see where we're going to go from there, and then start on with the base makeup. And please excuse this black mark in my wig, I honestly have no idea what it is, so I am aware that it's there. And also, I know my background looks as if it's really bare at the minute. My mirror is now gone. I'm actually in the middle of changing my room around and redecorating it, all that good stuff. So just in case you're wondering why my background looks so bare, what's missing, it's my mirror. So first off, I'm just going to take my MAC paint pot in a soft ochre and I'm just going to pat that just on that lid of a Crease brow bone. I'm going to bring it right into the inner corner and up around my nose area. What do you call this? Like inner corner, nose, nook. Nook. I'm actually really loving how my eyebrows look at the minute. I think it was the previous video I had uploaded and I had used a Colourpop liquid eyeliner for my eyebrows, and that's how I'm getting kind of like that fluffy look. So the first two palettes I'm going to be using are from Lash Beauty. I actually got these in PR a wee while ago and I haven't actually used them yet. So this is the first palette I'm going to be using. How beautiful is this palette? It's honestly so gorgeous. So in this palette I just took the yellow shade, and then this next palette also from Lash Beauty. I will link these down below just in case you are interested. These palettes are absolutely gorgeous. They have honestly so many beautiful palettes. So yeah, I also used some of the shades from this one, and then of course I'm also going to be digging into the Mmmmitchell palette and Beauty Bay. Just gone into this palette here from Lash Beauty, and this is the Playful palette. So I'm first off just going to take this pink shade here just down at the bottom. I'm actually just starting here, I suppose. Like, I don't know whether most people start in the inner corner and then work their way out, but I just kind of worked in circles and then obviously extend it to the inner and the outer portion of the lid. You'll see what I mean in a minute or two. Okay, so I do apologise if you're watching me on a TV, but I'm going to try and zoom these in as much as I feel comfortable to. And just under your brow bone, you're just going to create basically a dot. I've just tapped off the excess of the brush and I'm now just going to go and just tap over that pink shade just to kind of blend it out a bit more. You just want to feather out those lines a wee bit, just going right around it. The next shade I'm going to go into is orange, and I'm going to be taking this from the Mmmmitchell palette and Beauty Bay. So I'm just creating another circle shape just outside this wee dot basically. So does that kind of make sense about what I was talking about there? That you just want to make a circle just around that wee dot. And then feel free to go in with your first brush and go back into your first shade and just intensen that wee bit. And also do keep in mind that you can do different colours. Like you can start off with yellow, go into red, blue, purple, green, whereas this is just the way I've started. I'm just going to slightly just diffuse those outer edges a wee bit more so that they're just easier to blend. This is the second Lash Beauty palette, and this is the Flamingo palette. So I'm just going to go into this shade here and then just repeating those steps. You're just wanting to now create a circle around this circle, but do keep in mind that you're not wanting to take it the whole way onto the lid, by the way, because we're going to be cutting the crease anyway. Do not worry about how bad it looks or how messy it looks, because honestly, like, I actually thought that as soon as I had like finished the orange and then got to the yellow, like I was kind of thinking to myself like, this does not look right, I'm gonna have to take this off, start again. But then once I added the green and I added the blue and I added the purple, like it really did start to come together. So honestly, like, just don't give up if you think that it looks messy or anything, because obviously, like, it is tie-dye, like tie-dye isn't perfect, And then just using the flat side of the brush, I'm now just going to start and pack out that yellow. So I'm now just going to be taking this green shade here from the Playful palette, and I think I actually took a mixture between the green on top of it because it's just a wee bit more lime and it's just a wee bit more neon, so I actually ended up mixing these two. And then of course again you're just wanting to go just on the outer edges. And I'm just going to be setting that colour on first of all, like I'm just patting it on and then going in and doing my blending work. Like as you can see, like it doesn't really look like much until you actually go in and blend at it. I'm just going to start patting at that to blend it out. I'm going to now go into the Mmmmitchell palette. I'm going to take this blue shade here. So all the colours that I'm going to be using from now on are all from the Mmmmitchell palette, if that makes it a wee bit easier. Then again, I'm just popping that shade just beside that green. And I am continuing to pack my shade on in that slight curve shape, if that makes sense. Like I'm not going straight down, because as you can see we have started with a circle and then we're going circle, 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 so it's as if it's all just going like an outer circle. I don't even know if I'm making any sense at all. And then I'm also going to take a wee bit more of that green just to help blend it a wee bit, just to kind of merge them two together. As you can see, I'm actually still using this brush. I've been using this brush for the past 3 shades now, so I'm actually going to continue using this brush for the next 3 shades because as you can see, like it is small and pointy, so it is really good to be quite precise in the placement and everything, but as you can see it's still nice and flexible and fluffy, so it's actually really good to actually blend the shadows out as well. And it's by the brand Buff and Blend, and it's the BB02 brush. As far as I know, I have a discount code for these brushes, by the way, so if I can find it, I will link it down below. I think it's for 20%, and they are an Irish brand. They're Irish owned as far as I know, so yeah. This purple shade here, keep it in that half circle shape if I can at this point. I don't really know. And then I'm just going to zoom these in a wee bit more so you can see. So I'm now just going to start blending this purple out, and I'm just going to pat at it and just kind of like drag it slowly. So this is basically like the motions I'm going to be taking, but obviously sped up. So as you can see, like it start to gradually be blended out, and then do feel free to go back in with more pigment if you want or need to. Still just going in pattern motions. Next up for the red, I'm going to take that on the tip. I can't go over how crazy this looks. I'm actually going to take the yellow from the Mmmmitchell palette this time. Actually, instead of pattern motions this time, I'm actually going to go in with circular blending motions because I'm really wanting this yellow and red to mix and make a slight orange colour. So I just want to really blend that together. So I'm going to go in circular motions instead of pattern motions. And taking another different brush, I'm going to go into the Flamingo palette, I think it is. Yeah. And I'm going to be taking the first yellow shade that we took. And I'm just going to diffuse that other yellow shade out a wee bit more. Okay, so I also just put a wee bit of purple just in the outer corner as well. Now for the tricky part. We're going to cut the crease. I'm just going to use my Plouise eyebase in the shade Rumour 01. Because I'm really not wanting to mess this up, I'm going to take like a wee eyeliner brush, just like this one here. I'm going to take a wee bit of the Plouise eyebase on my brush. So I'm wanting my inner corner cut crease to be about here. So I'm going to do a wee dot. And this is just going to be like my guide the whole way around. And here. And then here, and here, and then that's whenever I'm going to start winging it out. Again, I'm so sorry if you're watching this on a TV. So also whenever I am cutting my crease, I always like to keep my eyes open, by the way. It just kind of depends on what technique you have or whatever way you just want to like it. That's just how I do it. But if you're somebody that has hood eyes and you feel that you can't have a cut crease, try and do your cut crease with your eyes open and do your cut crease above your crease, because if your eyes are then open, you can see where you're wanting to do your cut crease. Like as you can see with mine, like that's my crease here and I just went above it. Okay, so that's my crease done. I am so sorry guys, I just really had to go off camera and do that. I just really struggled to do my crease on camera. So I'm going to take the micellar water from Garnier and I'm just going to put that on my lid of my foundation, and I'm going to take these like pointed cotton buds, just like so. So I've had these ones actually soaking in the micellar water, so they're going to be a wee bit thicker. Oh, perfect. And I'm now just going to go in and clean my cut crease. So obviously because we have used a lot of colours, so if I go in now with the Plouise eye base and I start to cover this entire area with the eye base, it's going to mix in. So for example, I don't know if you can see here, but you can see the colour kind of starting to mix in with the eye base. So I don't want that to happen, so I'm just going to take that completely away and just completely clean up that cut crease. I'm just going to basically remove everything. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to go in with some more of that Plouise eye base. I am going to need a smoke after this, so I'm now going to take a flat brush and I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution Coconut Scented Setting Powder. I'm just going to pour that in my hand. So I'm just going to set my lids now with this powder. Okay guys, so that's it for the eyes. I'm not finished with them just yet, but I'm now just going to start on the base makeup and then we will get back to the eyes and finish them off, because I still don't really know what I'm going to be doing. But first off, I'm going to be taking this Embryolisse cream concentrate. It's just like a really nice hydrating moisturizer. You can use it as a moisturizer or just as a base for your makeup slash foundation if you suffer from really dry skin. And I do not know what is going on with me at the minute, but my skin has been so dry recently. Like anytime I wash my face, I come out with a shower or do anything, it's just, you know, the really tight feeling that you get in your face. It just feels so horrible. I have been bathing in facial oils at the minute, so I'm going to be using my Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I've been using this quite a lot recently in some of my tutorials, and it's because I'm trying to use it up. It's like here and I'm trying to get rid of it. So this foundation is quite dark on me, as in like it oxidizes quite badly, but it should be okay because I do have a tan on at the minute anyway, so. And then for concealer, this is the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer. Has anybody else noticed that there is very few releases of makeup these days? Like, remember like the end of last year and like the start of the year and everything, like every brand was like releasing something nearly every single week. Like, I just find it so nice and refreshing at the fact that there are barely any makeup releases these days. Obviously there's still brands out there releasing new products and new collections and everything, but I just don't feel like I am being drowned in new collections recently, you know what I mean? And I don't know whether it's to do with this whole virus situation or what it is, but I'm actually just finding it really nice not actually being drowned in new releases and new collections and actually use what I have. And talking about using what makeup I actually have instead of buying new makeup, my previous video, well, one of my previous videos, I had done a shop my stash type video. I'm going to be doing two versions of that. I'm going to be doing drugstore and high-end. That one I had put up last week was high-end, so this week I'm going to be doing my drugstore version. But somebody had left me a comment saying like, oh, you know, like you done a shop my stash but you didn't actually show us shopping your stash. I actually had the clip in the video, but the audio kept on messing up, so I actually had to delete the shopping my stash out of my shop my stash video. I wasn't impressed. I'm going to be using the Beauty Bakerie flour powder, by the way, and I'm just going to bake my chin and just down the sides of my nose and my under eyes, just my usual. You know the drill by now. think once we have like everything done with the eyes and lashes and everything on, it'll really start to come together. Like even now that I have my base makeup on, I actually don't think anything looks that bad, but once everything's done, that's whenever it really comes together. And just to soak up any of that excess powder, I'm going to be using the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Mist. Okay, so basically all these products that I'm going to be using next I actually used in my previous video because I love them so much recently. So yeah, this is the Sephora Face Shimmering Powder and it's in the shade Delicate Glow. Just this wee highlight here. Obviously we don't have a Sephora over here in Ireland, but I actually got this whenever I was in Poland, so I'm not too sure if you can still get this or not, so I don't know, but it is honestly such a beautiful highlighter. Honestly, it is very much a dupe for the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlight, which I don't actually think you can get anymore. I was going to say it's a wee bit of a dupe for the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlight, but I would say the Wet n Wild highlight would be a dupe for this, because I would say this is probably a wee bit more pricier, because Wet n Wild is pretty affordable anyway, so I'm just going to apply this with my fan brush just all over. Oh, it is just the most beautiful colour. Like I can just about get away with it at the minute because I have a slightly darker foundation on and I have tan on, but I would say it is probably far too dark for those who are slightly lighter skin toned than myself. But honestly, if you have a darker skin tone, this is going to look absolutely beautiful on you. It's just absolutely gorgeous. But as I say, if you can't get this anymore, it is nearly identical to Wet n Wild Precious Petals. And except for blush, this is just a wee blush from... What the fuck am I doing? It's my bronzer brush! Oh dear, dear, dear. And my blush brush has a black on it. I think not. But yeah, this is just a wee blush from Colourpop and it's in the shade Simply Sweet. No, I don't want to use that actually, I can't be bothered. So I'm going to be taking this Patrick Ta blush in She's Passionate. I'm just going to apply just a wee bit just in the cheeks, just for a wee flush of colour, and then just blend that up and into my highlight so that it doesn't look as stripy, because I always know, I am pretty aware how my highlight always looks before I apply my blush and bronzer. And then of course for bronzer, the Poundland bronzer. Honestly, it is the best bronzer, I swear to goodness. The amount of bronzers I have, I will always go back to this one. I'm just going to give my face just another wee quick spritz with that Colourpop setting spray. I'm actually going to go with this Morphe gel eyeliner and I'm just going to do like a... yeah, just like a royal blue wing, but I'm going to do this first actually. But I also took in my waterline the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner, obviously. Obviously this is the yellow one. These are actually so good. I didn't really think much of them whenever I got them, but I'll swatch it here so you can see what it's like. But it is honestly so good if you're looking for a coloured eyeliner for your waterline. Colourpop has ones, but I don't actually think that they last as long, whereas these honestly last all day. I had done like a yellow eye makeup look not that long ago. Oh yeah, it was kind of like a halo eye situation. I had like done like yellow in here and then like brown in the outer corner and then this in the waterline, and honestly it lasted all day until I took it off. I was actually so surprised. Okay guys, so that's basically the eyes pretty much finished. I just done the blue winged liner, and then on the lower lash line I just done from the Mmmmitchell palette blue, green and yellow. Honestly it wasn't anything too spectacular, didn't miss much, honestly. So my lashes are from also Lick and Lash Beauty and they're in the style Sass. So I'm now just going to go into the Lick and Lash Beauty palette again, and it's the Flamingo palette. I'm going to take this really bright yellow again. I start just feathering that. I just want to make it like a wee bit more editorial or something. Obviously now that I have like my foundation and everything on, I can really start to do a wee bit more. I think I might actually do a wee bit more with the purple as well. Going into the Mmmmitchell palette, gonna take this purple shade. Okay guys, so this actually completes this makeup tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed. All the products that I did use will be linked and listed down below in the description box. But first off, just before I go, I will give you just a wee bit of a close-up of how everything looks. I love it. I didn't actually expect it to actually come out as good as it has actually. I just absolutely love how it looks. It actually has turned out so much better than I thought it was. I think this is actually my best eye, because any eye I do off camera is always better than the one I do on camera. Of course, that's just the way it always is. But yeah, I absolutely love how it looks. So yeah guys, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram and Twitter, and also my TikTok. But anyway guys, other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in my next video.